No, Ocean Drive. That's a Bentley.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. This is Terry Clay, and I'm with Sue Ham and Lakeisha, and we're doing our weekly webinar on how to live a life of freedom and to live life on our own terms. And actually, what I was actually doing, we had to start over. We forgot to push record, and so we want to make sure that everybody is allowed to see the training, see the advantages of living the life of freedom. And I will tell you a little bit of my story. I was a nurse, and by trade, I went to school to become a nurse. I did it's actually 10 years to become a nurse, 10 years, and I failed, I failed, I failed. I kept trying, kept trying. I wanted to get off of welfare, and you know, I was raised thinking that nursing was a good job and that it's worked 40 years, but something in my spirit said to me that this is not what God wants you to do, that I just could never be the person to click the clock. And I had tried doing that. It never seemed to fit my personality for me to go to a job, work there 8 hours, go home, then go back. It just never seemed to work for me. And I think God makes us, I know God makes us all sorts of ways. He makes us different ways. And I knew that He had made me different, but because my family was full of college graduates and my family was the ones that told us to go to college and work 40 years and get a retirement. And there's nothing wrong if that's what God has for you. But there are a group of us that God has something different for us. He has a different journey. And guess this is what this webinar is for. People who know for a fact that this is something different, that they want to be free. And finally one day I accepted that I was different. I accepted that my personality was different, that I needed to travel the world, and I needed to go on a yacht, and I needed to go, to my daughter's graduation or to my granddaughter's kindergarten graduation. I knew I needed to attend those events without having to ask for permission. And so I came up on something that allowed me to do that. So right now you're looking at a picture of me and three of my children. I have four children, two girls, two boys. And here we are out for sushi. My daughter had come into Kentucky for I think my cousin my cousin got married, and I came into Kentucky for that. She came as well for that, and so here we are having sushi. And like I said, if you have to ask for permission from your job, and you can't attend any little thing that comes up. I am now able to do that. On this next picture, here is my other son, my big son, and the same two daughters, and we went to sky zip lining in a cave, and we were able to do that. I didn't have to ask for permission. I just went, and I may have gone to work later on that day, but I don't know. But the point is, I don't have to ask for permission. And what we're trying to do is tell you that this is possible. You can be free. You can have fun. You can build connections. And, one of the things that I messed up with my children, I don't say I messed up, it's just the way it was, because I was in school, working my job, I did not really have the ability or the time to build connections with my kids. I had to work a lot. And, here I am in Florida, in Miami. That's a Bentley. That's my Claim It car. That's on Oceans Drive. Here I am on a yacht. And actually, right, this is Sue Ham's elbow right here. And you'll hear from her next on one of the next sessions. Here's me and Tybee Allen. That's in Georgia, in Savannah, Georgia. I don't, like I said, I don't have to ask permission to travel or to see the world. Here I am again. I got this on I think that was the picture of, let me see if I can go back. Yeah, that's a picture. This is a sneak peek of my website, but the picture used is the picture on the yacht. And I thought this would be a nice photo. But I put on my vision board that I would be on a yacht, and here I am. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. So, you can have the life that you desire. Here's me in D.C. I did a vision board party. I'm a motivational speaker. I put on my own tour, and here I am in D.C. And one of the advantages that I like about living life on your own terms is that you don't have to ask for any permission, and you don't have to ask, who can I take off? Can I have this and that and the other? No, you just do it, live it exactly the way you want. I'm not knowing how to do this control, so that's all the pictures you're going to get from me. But we just wanted you to see the advantages of living a life of freedom, living life on your own terms. This picture right here is Ocean's Drive in Miami. I'm telling you, we saw Bentleys, we saw I'm talking about Rolls Royce. Oh my goodness, this was like, I love this this place. I've got to go back again. But you can have that, and you can do that when you live life on your own terms. Now, for me, traveling is living life on my own terms. That's what I think freedom is to me. For me to be able to pick up, and I do a morning call every morning, Monday through Fridays, and I spoke this morning of how I was going to go live in Paris for 6 months. You can do that. You can live in Paris if you are living life on your own terms, if you are creating, if your finances are creating online finances so you can live a life of freedom. That's the only way I would be able to go to Paris for me, is to be and still make, I guess I could get a job there as well, but for me to live a life of freedom, to go to the Eiffel Tower when I want, that's the way I'm going to do it, is this tool that we are using. So I'm going to turn it over to, I guess, Lakeisha. I guess Sue has the control, so you can turn it over to the next person, because I know we're on a time limit tonight. So that's just me. And okay, that's it. But it is echoing now again, so you may have to mute out the voice again.
Okay, Lakeisha, you alive. I'll mute out everybody else.
Okay. Can y'all see my screen? Hello?
Yeah, it's sending it to you now.
I see my screen. Hello?
Yes.
You can see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so my name is Lakeisha Maddox, and I'm going to just be brief. Living life on your terms, it is actually wonderful. You get the freedom to go where you want, when you want, and how you want. The pictures that I have up top, these pictures right here, those are my kids, and this is at the Big Splash Adventure. And this is like, I'll say this was a couple of days after I quit my job. My third shift draining job. I said, you know what, it is time for a vacation. And so we took a vacation to Big Splash Adventure and really enjoyed ourselves. That was our relaxation time. And that's my husband, and this is part of the, this is us too at Big Splash Adventure. So that is the, I always like looking back at these pictures at my first vacation right after I quit my third shift draining job.
Keisha?
A job where, huh?
I don't think they can see your screen. Can you try that again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we can't see your screen. Can you try the screen again to take the screen over?
Okay. Hold on one moment. Show my screen. Okay. Yeah, where was I at? Can you, hold on. Okay.
I still can't see it. Let's see.
You still can't see it?
I
push show screen.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Show my screen.
It was working. Now it's not. I don't know what happened. It said that I'm the presenter
Terry
again.
Clay was made presenter.
Yes. Now go, Sue. Can you put it back on her again? There you go. It's it. It's it. It's showing it.
You see my screen?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, thanks. This is what I'm showing you. Here's the reason why I decided to quit my third shift job, because I wasn't spending time with them at all. And I come in from work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be too tired, honestly, to do anything. I'll stay up for a couple of hours, but then I'll go right back to sleep while the sun still was shining, so I can get enough sleep to go back to work at 11:30 at night. So really, I was like, you know what? After I left that job, we're gonna take a vacation. So a couple of days after I quit my job, we took a vacation.
Hey, Lakeisha.
But it was
Hey, Lakeisha.
I have to step down and live life. Yes. Can you hear me?
You breaking up. You're gonna
Can anybody hear me?
You breaking up. You're gonna probably have to call in via phone, okay?
Okay, well you can go ahead, Sue.
Okay, guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We are running low on time. I see, guys, this training, what we wanted to do, again, my name is Solandia Hammond, aka Sue Ham Baby. With this particular training, what we wanted to do was show you guys how you can have whatever you want. It all starts in the mind. And anybody that knows me knows that I love Napoleon Hill. I love Dennis Kimbrough. I love Earl Nightingale. These are the great philosophers and the great teachers. Fortunately for us, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough is still alive and well. Guys, what I learned is that it does not matter how many tools, how many strategies you have, you will still not reach full maximum potential of success unless the mindset is in check. And I'm telling you from experience, I'm telling you, I'm not speaking from theory, because I had everything I needed, tools, strategies, coaches, whatever, but nothing was working for me until I shifted the way I thought. Guys, I want you to know that successful people have problems. The only difference is they solve the problems that's standing in the way of their success. And so by solving the problems that's standing in the way of their success, they then become successful. So it's not rocket science. So anybody can be successful if they are willing to gain control of their thoughts, because thoughts are things, is energy. Thoughts manifest into physical things. So here's what I want to tell you guys. I'm going to show you a couple pictures how I've been able to live my dream life. But before I show you how I've been able to do that, I have to tell you why I've been able to do that. And the simple fact is I started to control my thoughts. Because I realized that my thoughts shape my reality. So I want to tell you guys to treat your mind. I want to give you this little story here. Or analogy. I want you to treat your mind like land. Okay, like a farmer when he's planting crop, right? He just puts it into the soil and he knows that it is going to produce whatever is planted. So guys, I want you to start to treat your mind like the land. You see, the land doesn't know whether you're planting crops or if you're planting poison. The land is just going to produce whatever it is that you plant. So what am I saying? Your mind doesn't know if you're thinking negative or if you're thinking positive. It doesn't know if the thoughts that you are thinking is going to be conducive to your success or if it's going to hinder your success. All it's going to do is produce whatever it is that you are thinking. So guys, like the land, your mind is not going to return void what you have planted. So here's what I want you to do. You wouldn't waste your time going out being a farmer and planting poison in the ground when you want to receive corn, would you? So guys, why are you planting negative thoughts in your head when you want to become successful, when you want to start that business, when you want to achieve milestones, when you want to be the best parent? Why would you sabotage the fertile land that's in your head, your mindset, with negative thoughts? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. So I wanted to drop that quick analogy, and I want you guys to treat your mind like the land. You either can produce crops, crops being success, crops being faith, crops being abundance, crops being wealth, crops being knowledge and wisdom and joy and good health, or you can plant poison and allow your mind to produce fear, to produce stagnation, to produce mediocrity, to produce average, to produce failure. The choice is up to you guys. You're the farmer. So whatever you plant, whatever you sow, that you shall reap. So that, guys, in a nutshell, that analogy for me has been able to help me transform my life. That I realize that I am the farmer of my life. And whatever I put into my mind, guys, I am going to produce it, be it negative or positive. And once I shifted my mindset, guys, I was able to experience the life that I dream of. And that life included, guys, becoming a public speaker, a published author, an internet marketer, a radio and TV host, a blogger, the best parent that I could be, the best friend that I could be, the best coach that I could be. And as a result, guys, I've been featured on numerous TV shows. Numerous. I've been featured for numerous radio interviews. Just the other day, I said, you know what? I need to start getting more radio interviews. Went out to lunch. Wasn't even expecting to have lunch with my friend, but had lunch with my friend, and boom, I was blessed with a radio interview. Just like that, guys. So it was just as simple as me saying, I need to do more radio interviews. And it happened. I mean, here I am getting paid $500 for speaking engagements. I don't even have my picture set up to show you. But anybody that knows me, I broadcast my life. You can go on my Facebook page and you will see where I've shown you inside the condos that I have been booked on speaking engagements, guys, and been allowed to stay in nice condos, to perform theatrics, to do speaking engagements, which is what I love to do. That's what I've been blessed to do, guys. And not only that, I get to travel. In less than 30 days, I was in 3 different states. I was in Miami with Terry on the yacht. I was in Atlanta, Georgia at the Bronner Brothers Hair Show presenting in a class with my sister, SHB. That was real big. That was really, really, really big. And then just days later, I flew out to San Diego for the Millionaire Mastermind. And here it is, I'm gearing up. And then I come back and I'm on Myrtle Beach staying in a condo because I'm booked for a speaking engagement. So not only do I get nice accommodations and do I get paid a speaking fee, but I also get to get the free food, I also get to travel, I also get to take my family and let them experience this because we went through some hell, guys. I follow my dreams. I lost my home. I lost my cars. I lost all my money. I lost my hope. I began to plant poison into my mindset. But guys, the simple trick, if you want to call it a trick, abracadabra, hocus pocus, or the simple tip that I have to pass on to you in order for you to live the life that you desire is to plant those great things into your mind and let your mind, just like the land, produce great crops. And like I said, I can't find the pictures. I should have been prepared, but I basically wanted to talk to you guys from the heart. If you want to see the proof, you already know, become a friend of mine on Facebook because I advertise it all the time, where I'm at, what I'm doing. And I don't do it for show. I do it to let people know that you can have this too. Because God blessed me to rise up out of the ashes, out of negative $500 in the account, out of losing my home, out of losing my cars, out of depression, out of having suicidal thoughts, to be able to come back and live the life that I was created for. So if you want to know how it's all started, it all starts, number 1, with the mind. And that you are the farmer. I want to know, what are you going to plant? Because what you plant is what the land, what the mind is going to produce. So, guys, this is Solandia Hammond. You already know, aka Sue Ham, baby. We're gonna see if Lakeisha is back on here. Lakeisha, say something for me if you're on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you. We're gonna go ahead and switch the screen to yours. Was
Okay.
my screen even showing?
It just says, Coach, you're the presenter. Well, yeah,
Now it is.
well,
It
now it
wasn't.
is. Yeah.
So it wasn't showing the whole time. Well, no big deal.
No.
Like I said, guys, there's my screen right there, and good thing it wasn't showing because I didn't have any pictures to show you. I got a bunch of pictures, but it would take too much time to go through it. If you want to join me and become a friend, and you can see all the pictures and all the videos, because one thing I do is I broadcast my failures and I broadcast my success, because I believe that in both you can learn should you decide to. So we're gonna go ahead and flip the screen over to Lakeisha, and we're gonna pass the mic and let her get busy. So you should just have to accept it, Lakeisha.
Okay, I did.
Awesome.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Um, so once again, uh, the top line, the top row, I'm sorry, the top row is of me and my kids taking the first vacation after I finally quit my job and said, you know what, I will not be tied to a job or living life unhappy and miserable. I am going to step out on faith and live life on my terms and freedom. So that was our first vacation and some of the second row. Okay, these right here pictures of the furry hat guy in Lawrencetown, which is a millionaire, and who's that? Tracy Walker. She's a millionaire. We was at the event in Orlando, Florida. Justin Varanja. It's always good to get around like-minded people, you all. That's the way you expand your mind also. Always be connected with like-minded people. People that are going in the way that you want to go. Always have a mentor or coach. Let me see. Okay, after the event, me and my husband, well, we met a guy named John. He's really friendly. But after the event, me and my husband decided to go to SeaWorld and play with the dolphins and have a little fun. I mean, sometimes it can be business, but, also add some fun in there. So we went to SeaWorld, and I got my face painted with two dolphins and a heart in the middle. It's a water slide, and here goes Terry, and just some other like-minded people that I have met, that I had just met for the first time, and we actually had fun. We actually was down there at a party that Empower was putting on, so that was really fun. This picture right here is of the hotel, the inside of it. For Thanksgiving, we went down to my mother-in-law's home. She lives in Akron, Ohio, and we went visiting there, I think, for a week or so. But the point was, just to have fun and get out and just live life. I didn't have to go back to work. I didn't have to, worry about calling in. I didn't have to worry about none of that. We went, we stayed, and we had fun. And actually, this is us sledding down in her yard. And so I have plenty of other pictures. Go on my page, Facebook, be Facebook friends with me. If you already are, I'm sure you've seen some. I also met Layla Ali. I probably would have been at work, but I met her, and that was nice to meet her. I've been able to attend a lot of church events. I've been able to take my kids to the park, and some people might be like, oh, well, the park, but honestly, sometimes when you're so tired and you're so boggled down, simple things like the park just seem like a task to you. And, I would come home and I would go to sleep, and the kids be like, can we go to the park? And I'd just be so drained and tired and so stressed out. So, and I'd be like, no. But, being able to just do something as simple as go to the park, go out to eat, just doing things on your terms, and just meeting people and getting out there, it is just, man, it is an experience. And I am very blessed to have such an opportunity. And
to share the opportunity with you all. So, that's pretty much it. Um, that's all pretty much I have to say about it. But, life is short, you all, and I just advise y'all. So, if there's any opportunities or any dreams, you might as well just live them now because, I remember one time I used to, well, all the time actually, I used to go to work. Well, when I was going to work, third shift, and at 6 o'clock in the morning, we would get the newspaper, and it would just amaze me. I would look through the obituaries, and I would see people working. Like they be 60 years old, and they don't work like 40 plus years. And I'm thinking to myself, in a factory or, somewhere, and I'm thinking to myself, did they ever really get to live their dream? Did they ever really get to live out their purpose, their calling? And my friend used to be like, Keisha, I don't want to hear it, because I would tell her, this is not for us. Like, God has called us to do something so much better. He has called us to fulfill his purpose, to live life, not to sit here and work all our lives and then just, So, I mean, and that is another thing that just made me realize, no, I want to live. I want to live my dream. I want to just live. And that is also what, made my decision. So just connect with me on Facebook or inbox me. And that's pretty much it. I know we have to wrap it up.
Hello?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, great. That was awesome, Lakeisha. That was awesome. Yes, yes. And, I enjoyed listening to Sue, and I enjoyed listening to you. This is Terry Clay, if you all didn't know. And I just, I'm actually just, I guess, empowered to, and just passionate that we have all connected, for one, and that we are now giving the same opportunity to people to be free. I mean, those pictures that we showed you, or the things that Sue said, may not be exactly your dream, but maybe you have your own personal desires, your own personal connection that you want to make. And what we're encouraging you, and we empowering you to live life on your terms and grasp at the opportunity. So let me just tell you something. We signed up, I guess, on Facebook on an event. Please do a friend request with each and every one of us. But if you really want to know exactly how we are living the life of freedom, you can connect with the person that invited you. Who invited you to this call? Whoever invited you, get back with them and say, I want to live a life of freedom. I want to do what you are doing. Because we all have our stories. I didn't get to tell mine as much because I was kind of rushing, but I was a nurse, and people say that nursing was a good job. Well, to me it wasn't. It wasn't a good job for me. Have people told you that? Have people told you that what you're doing is really what you're supposed to do, but in your heart you got that passion and that desire to do something else? If you know that, man, you got to contact who invited you to this call and say, look, I want to be free. I want to be free. And freedom is where it's at. Do you want to be like Lakeisha was at the I can't remember where you was at. You was at SeaWorld. Sue was just on a yacht. She was just in a condo just this last weekend. I was on the same yacht. I was in Orlando with Lakeisha. I'm telling you, freedom is where it's at. I always believe that technically people should travel, and I believe that's how you really get outside your box. If you see the world, that it's not just your one town, it's not just your one city. I'm telling you, the world is bigger than that. And really, if you want to be free, if you want to live a life of freedom and travel and see all of that the world has to offer, contact the person that invited you and say, I want to be free. And they will help, and we will direct you to what is helping us be free. So I think that's it. Sue, did you have anything to say? I think they probably had some announcements, so let everybody say one more thing. So we'll start with Lakeisha or Sue. This Sue taking over.
Yeah, I just wanted to say,
All right.
guys, Again, this is Sue. I love to teach mindset training because I totally understand why all my coaches and mentors harped on it, because everything starts in the mind first. Everything that you see,
Yes.
you sit on, you touch, you breathe, you eat. Well, not you. Well, yeah, you breathe. You can breathe the scent of a candle. It all started in the mind first. So what does that say? We all came. What does that mean? We all came from the same creator. That means that we all have the mindset to create greatness, because greatness is already inside of us. We just need to make it manifest into reality. So when you can truly understand how dynamic and great the mind is, you will realize that no one or nothing has control over your success but you. When you can truly understand that, you will realize that circumstances don't even matter, that your environment, whatever, is no concern, because the mind is the greatest thing ever created. If we only realize, if more people realize that the majority of us are only using 10% of their brain and still accomplishing great success, imagine if you kick that bad boy up to 15%, 20%, what kind of success rate you would have. It would be unbelievable, probably almost mind blowing. So I just want to say, guys, if you truly want to be successful, my phone is going off. If you truly want to be successful, it starts in the mind first. And I invite you every Wednesday to join me for my motivation, empowerment, and business call at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that information will be plugged on my webpage, and I'll also plug it on the event page. But it is happening tomorrow, and we are going to discuss why you should charge for your training, your products, or your services. All right. So I did a video on yesterday, and the thing went viral. I didn't even realize it. I looked at it not too long ago. It had 69 shares. And so I went ahead and promoted the post so that it can be seen even more. But apparently people are tired of being used and abused. And guys, there are people in this world that will pay you for what you have. Your gifts will make room for you. But if you're telling yourself in your mind that no, nobody's going to buy this, or it's not good enough, then guess what? That's what you're going to produce. So that's all I got to say. Join me tomorrow. We're going to talk about why you should be charging for what you have. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out on my page for all the call details.
All
And
right,
we're going to switch it
Lakeisha.
over to Lakeisha.
Okay. Hello.
We can hear you,
Okay,
Lakeisha.
join me. Okay, join me tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. Join me Thursday for my motivational call. It's at 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. And if you want more details, go to Facebook, see my friend at Lakeisha Reams Maddox, and you can find the information number there.
All right. And we all do our own personal calls. I do a daily one Monday through Friday, and I actually will put the phone number on the event so you all can call in. But yeah, everybody, you can have the life you desire, and don't let what you think about bring about those negative results. So I hope that this call has helped you, and if it does, please put it on the wall, on the event wall. I'll put it on our personal Facebook page and let us know how we've done. We've got another one planned next Tuesday, but we'll let you know. We'll make an announcement then. And if anyone doesn't have anything else to say, we're out. Anybody else got anything to say?
Nope.
No. All right. Thanks.
All right, guys, go forward and make those dreams come true. It starts in the mind. Bye, everybody. See you next
All right.
Tuesday.
Bye-bye.